Hey,
Hi.
oh my gosh, I have not seen you in like,
Oh, okay. There we go. There.
oh, there, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Like four
Yeah.
eons ago, we actually talked. So
I know. I know.
I know Bryce
Yeah.
wanted to work on some project with you, but we just had a lot of commotion and
Uh-huh.
craziness, but we still want to get a solo show for you at some point. So
Oh, well, some point is good. I mean, let's
yeah, we
stay
just
with
had to move
November.
spaces and we sort
Yeah.
of upgraded and downgraded and now we have
Uh-huh.
this art fair which actually is going to take a lot more work. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure.
especially because we're all students, so it's
Right. Right.
pretty crazy. Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's going to be some people floating in. We're just going to wait
Okay.
for a little bit.
Okay. Sure. That's fine.
I'm
I'll
just
just
going to
drink my tea and be here, and
oh yeah, no, I'm just
that's
chilling out
great.
and doing like 500 things. Just wait. I'm plowing through like as much Mozart listening as possible, I suppose. But I actually am going to bring some music on the trip,
Oh,
so
oh,
that'll
wonderful.
be good. How's your art practice
Cool.
going?
Cool. Yeah, it's I can't complain. I have a number of things going. I just posted one of my favorite summer pieces that I'm still working on, but the idea is done, and it's about DigiDog. And
Hmm.
DigiDog is probably, do you know who DigiDog is? He's the New York City Police Department robot dog.
Oh,
And
really?
this robot dog, and I titled the piece, Digidog enters the city and is chased away. Digidog, powered by the cloud, enters the city and is chased out by the people. Because that's what happened. This
Hmm.
digital dog was sent by the police into all kinds of high price,
Hey,
all kinds of housing where they expected they would find drugs and guns. And the people got so upset that they really rebelled, and the police took the battery out of DigiDog and put him back on the shelf. So now he's not allowed out anymore. He really did cause a rebellion. But that was the subject of my pink painting, was this
Oh, nice.
digital
Well,
robot.
I guess
And
the
I know
result is
that's not clear to everyone in the world, but that's what it
no,
was
that's
about.
fine too, because there's a lot of like very deep illusions anyway that people might not get at first glance, but that's fine. I mean, they'll
That's
get it gets its
exactly totally
own
fine.
context regardless.
Totally
Hey
fine.
Bryce, it's great seeing
Oh,
you.
hey,
yeah,
how's it going?
good, good. And I was just telling Albert about the title of my pink and blue painting, which is it's about a police robot dog that is this really scary creature that goes into particular areas, usually those areas that are let's say considered by the police possible places
Right.
where certain kinds of drugs will be and guns,
And like
and
danger and stuff.
it really
Because obviously,
totally
if a
infuriated
robot gets
everybody.
shot, it
And
doesn't
the
matter
robot, yeah, the
that.
robot got shot basically, and that's what happened. So that's why I'm very happy about this painting. And the DigiDog
Yeah.
was chased out of town by the people. So that's my
Yeah,
title.
that's one pet we don't
Interesting.
want around,
No,
honestly.
exactly. Exactly. So how are
I'm
you
not
both holding
surprised
up
though,
with
because,
the semester
that's.
beginning and everything?
You ask Bryce first, then I'll answer after Bryce. Maybe
Not too
Bryce's
bad.
adventures are longer. I don't know.
No, it's not too bad. Um,
Mhm,
it's just a lot of like really technical things with
mhm,
my like anthropology stuff and doing like
mhm,
archaeology and things like that. It's
mhm,
been like a lot of reading and technical things to get like learning about a lot of different cultures. Like I'm doing Mesoamerican archaeology, which is super cool. But we
great,
spent like the
great.
last two class periods just talking about how um they like live on subsistence and agriculture and how they farm and grow crops and everything like that, what their diets are like, and like
Mhm,
all the intricate details of everything that they have to do for like making dikes, putting canals, all of these kind of skills to like basically sustain an early civilization. So it's kind of crazy, but it's super interesting.
Cool. Oh, that's wonderful.
Hey, Becca.
Hi.
Hi, Becca. I'm Joan. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Hi.
we'll do formal introductions after we get more folks in here. But we're just gonna chill out. This is more or less an introductory meeting. So, and thanks for getting all your info on time, because honestly, there'll be a cutoff point. Just to give you a preview, I'm not gonna do an exhibition catalog, but I will have a PDF price list that's combined as an exhibition catalog.
Okay.
That's why I'll need all the images, because organization's pretty key. You know, I think especially for this type of, you know, operation, it's pretty large scale, because
Yeah.
depending on how
And
many,
there's a lot of us, so we have to make
Yeah.
sure we know
Yeah.
exactly who has
Yeah.
what. And
and not everyone can make it due to circumstance. And, you know, right now it's kind of hard. We're in a transition period because I'm dealing with trying to repair my house, particularly with all the flooding and climate change that's impacting. So, you know, my basement needs to be repaired. So it's just been crazy, whatnot, otherwise.
well, and cases are going up again too. I'm worried that
Right.
school's gonna
Right.
like
Yeah.
be back to online. I don't know.
Mhm.
Things are starting to turn bad again,
Yeah.
especially over here on the west.
Yeah, it's been very crazy. And
Mhm.
hey, Madison.
Hey,
Okay. Just wait.
Everyone.
Hi.
What's up?
Hi.
Sorry, slightly laggy maybe.
yeah, it is a little bit, but hopefully things will.
Yeah. Wow, I haven't
be
seen
okay.
since Fast and Furious Film Festival. That's F, like 4 Fs in a row. But anyway,
Yeah.
Madison, I'm actually getting custom framing for that tapestry. Like, I'm actually paying a fabricator, so it's gonna go in a really super nice acrylic, like actual, like proper framing. But it's gonna take a while because I actually gave them the specs, so I'm pretty excited. So, but
Oh, can't wait.
oh yeah,
see.
you'll get to see what they do where it's a little clever. Hey Chelsea, what's up?
You guys.
Welcome. It's great
Hey,
seeing
Sky.
you since anyway, I'm waiting for Sky to kick on, and not everyone can make it just because you know, people have irregular schedules, but we're gonna make this fairly consistent. And also this is probably the largest Zoom meeting we'll ever have, because this is like the biggest undertaking we've ever done. In fact, you know, I mean, Bryce and I are definitely going to be there, and one of our artists will be there, Ryan. So we're pretty excited about it, honestly. Just wait. Hey, Sky, are you there, or you're? I'm just curious if you're going to have video on or off due to your bandwidth. But hello.
Hi guys, I'll be driving, so
Oh,
I'll have
okay.
it.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, be careful. So
Yeah, I'll
anyway.
be listening to you guys.
Okay, well, it's great seeing you all. I figured this is probably a great time. So I'm Albert. You probably all met me in some format, I guess. And so we're just going to do quick introductions. I'm just Albert, a curator, a student, an artist. So that's pretty much it. Bryce, I'll let you introduce yourself as well.
Yeah, so I'm Bryce. I'm also a co-curator here at Office Space, and then I'm also a student at the U. So yeah, I'll
Okay.
be kind of taking care of probably some of the publications for this as well. Getting
Hey, how's it going?
going on that for. Hey, how's it going?
Good. Sorry, I'm a little late.
That's all right, Stephen. This is Stephen's our new sales director. He just recently joined the gallery yesterday, so we're looking forward to working with you. Stephen, it's great seeing you and much
Thank you.
appreciated. You can make it. So Stephen actually works in real estate, but he's trying to integrate real estate with art, contemporary art. So we're looking forward to a pretty unorthodox, but yet an actual like thing that a project that I think will work really well. So we're very excited. So thanks, Stephen. Anyway, we'll let all the artists speak in turn and introduce themselves. Maybe tell something enjoyable or fun. So we'll do it. I guess in order. I guess starting with Madison in this case.
Hi, I'm Madison. I'm in New Haven, Connecticut right now, and trying to think of something fun. I've been watching a lot of Bachelor in Paradise on my off time.
Okay. Sky, you're next. Unless, well, I know you're driving, so maybe you might not be able to talk. If not, Joan, you're next then.
Yeah, hi, everybody. I'm Joan, and I'm in Brooklyn, New York, and I look forward to seeing a bunch of people here when you come to New Jersey. I think that'll be really fun. Very willing to show people around who aren't from here. I don't know who is from here. And I'm looking forward to November.
Thanks, appreciate it. Becca, you're next.
Hi, I'm Becca, and I make handcrafts and sensory textiles. I'm in the Catskills, and I manage a mosaic fabrication studio right now.
Fabulous. Chelsea, you're up. And I see Jenny here too. So we're doing introductions, Jenny.
Chelsea, can't hear you for some
Chelsea, you're
reason.
muted. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you now, Chelsea. Sorry, no worries.
But yes, I'm Chelsea. I'm in Dallas, Texas. Still making, still writing. I moved from Chicago to Dallas. I'm also excited about November and this meeting to talk about it. So nice to see you guys.
And then I guess Sky, you're still driving unless you want to introduce yourself really quickly. Jenny, are you there?
Yes, hi.
Beautiful. Yeah, introduce yourself, I guess, or whatever you want to say.
My name is Jenny. Currently in Chicago, but I'm not originally from here. And I'm excited about November. What else you wanted to say?
Whatever you want. This is pretty much anything you feel like. So.
Okay. Hi, Chelsea.
Oh yeah. Got some acquaintances. Anyway, Sky, I guess if you're still driving, you can introduce yourself later otherwise. But okay, I'm actually nervous because I don't usually preside over meetings. I'm actually, with my ADHD, I'm not the most organized dude here. But anyways, I'm actually going to play a video, 2 videos that are fairly key. I think that will provide indication. So we'll start. I'm not going to play the second video in total. It's actually going to show the layout. So let me this on. This is actually how the fair is going to be like. So I think it's a good way to introduce otherwise. So here we go. The first one is an official one by Jersey City. So I think it's a very short, about 2.5 minutes. Okay, some different Squarespace thing.
I can't hear the sound. I don't know if it's important. Maybe it's not.
Oh,
I think you can share your
Is it-
audio as well, Albert. I
oh,
think there's an option for
okay.
share
Sorry, my bad.
screen with audio, I think, and that would probably help.
Okay, obviously it's funny for a tech guy, I am pretty bad. So epic fail on my end. One moment, just wait. Advanced sharing options.
Great, Albert.
Let's see. How do we do the audio? Just wait. Stop share. So it's probably stop share.
Just redo it again, and I think there's an option that will say share screen with audio.
Oh, okay.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
My bad. Okay, let's
That might help. We'll see.
properly. Okay. Sorry, I'm a bad host. I promise you I can cook better than I can present. Okay, one moment.
In the last couple of months, it's been hard sleeping, I will say. I am Robinson Holloway, and I'm the Executive Director of Art Fair 14C, Jersey City's very first art fair. I feel like I was in a unique position. I was chair of the Jersey City Arts Council, so I was asking the question, how do I help the artists? How do I help poets? How do I help dancers? How do I help visual artists? And that for the visual arts, art fairs were half of the global market, and our local artists and galleries were shut out. So the obvious thing was start our own art fair and be inclusive of the small and medium-sized galleries and the individual artists.
Jersey City has always been home to artists, and it's been wonderful to watch the scene grow and mature over the last 20 years. I think that, when you have the Pro Arts and now the JC Studio Art Tours, the JCast Tour, the fact that we're going to be getting a cultural arts center, possibly museum, right in Journal Square in the heart of Jersey City. It's wonderful for international artists to come, get to know us, and understand why we're so important and why we're really vital.
Lisa Colodoro, and I'm exhibiting my artwork here at the 14C Art Fair. I think art fairs just bring more people in, and your work gets more exposure than a local gallery. You'll get some people from the neighborhood, but you're not going to get people coming from all over. And having all galleries from Japan and from different countries also attracts different people. So I think your art does get viewed by more people, which is great for an artist.
Okay, that's the first video. So that's like the first edition. It started off at a hotel, and that format's already changing, just so you know. That hotel, oh, my bad. I'm playing. My bad. Okay, so that, as I said, they're actually shifting the format of where they're going to house it. So that was at one of the Hiltons that actually I think got demolished or is non-existent. It's really cool. We're actually catching the fair as it's actually shifting towards a more of a white box formalized space. So it won't, the hanging is not going to be like, the hotel style art fair. So I'm not going to play this full video, but I think it's important. So this is the space that is going to happen this year at the Manna Contemporary, and it's huge, like ginormous. It's really big. It actually, I think this represents like the first step towards Art Fair 14C actually becoming a larger, stage for contemporary art. So I'm going to just play a small chunk to show you what the space is like there. So this is huge. And then this is the actual space we will be in. So 1 moment.
Hi,
I'm Robinson Holloway, and of course, this is when lots of noise started around us. I am actually in the Glass Gallery at Mana Contemporary, which shares space with
So this is the Mana
artists
Contemporary.
who are
It's actually
setting
a
something up right
key
now, so that's why
venue in New
we have to
Jersey.
do odd things. So for those of you who don't know what Art Fair 14C is, it is a visual arts nonprofit. And it was created 3 years ago as part of the Jersey City Arts Council, and then became its own nonprofit after that. Its mission is to strengthen art galleries, expand opportunities for visual artists, increase exposure to the fine arts to the public, and to enhance the Jersey City as an arts destination.
Okay,
And
I'll
the way we do
speed
that
through
is
here.
many different ways, actually. But
So,
our main thing is
so you can see where, like, you can see just the amount of
this
space.
is all glass, so it'll be beautifully sunny during the day. And there are rafters you can see that'll help with display. There are some walls. We'll be going further back to show you what those cubes are. They're going to be an interesting exhibition opportunity. And let's come over here.
Yeah, it's better than the hotel
It
setting
goes on and on and
for
on.
the first two editions.
35,000
I think.
square feet. But even though we're going to be more of a conventional art fair, we are not going to change our mission. We will keep it affordable for exhibitors. The application will be available later this winter, deadline in July. It's going to be really beautiful. We've got a lot of exciting new things, but we are going to keep
This is a
our
great
mission. We
space.
are going to keep
It is.
providing
I'm very
opportunities for
excited.
artists, and I think this is going to be truly exciting, especially with our partnership with Mana. We'll be doing a lot of things with them. It will be really an amazing art event for New Jersey, because we are, of course, the Jerseyest of the art fairs. Our name 14C reflects that. It is our exit. And even though we changed locations, we are still the same exit. And so this will be where exhibitors will be. And I'm going to pass this along to Gretchen von Koenig, who is in charge of exhibitions.
Hi, everybody. My name is Gretchen von Koenig. As Robinson just said, I'm a white woman with long, blonde, reddish, brownish hair and lime earrings. And I am standing in the contemporary space of the Glass Gallery. So as the exhibitor liaison, we've had an exciting group of exhibitors throughout our history in the last 2 years, both representing 20-ish of the counties. I know it's not all of them, but it's really close, as well as a very international fair from Paris, Russia, Brazil, Michigan. So we've had a lot of applicants and exhibitors this year throughout this space, as you can see back here. We anticipate having around 40 to 50 booths available, or art spaces. Booths is, we will have designated spaces, but like Robinson said, there's so much different kinds of art hanging opportunities, from the rafters to much larger spaces available on the wall. Even though we loved our hotel fair, there is so much exciting different ways you can display as an exhibitor in Glass Gallery. And we'll have exhibition spaces all throughout this side of the Glass Gallery. And down here, we'll have some more. And in those concrete boxes, we have quite an exciting opportunity available for any installation artists or art that uses different light mediums. In those five concrete boxes back there, and even more exhibition space behind it. And you can't see it right now, but just outside of those windows is a gravel long landing that we can exhibit sculpture of any kind from any exhibitor, as long as they can get it here. And another great feature for me especially are these load-in doors. Look how big and beautiful. For past exhibitors, you'll remember the hardship of going through the kitchen and through all of the backside of the Hyatt in order to get to our lovely exhibition floor. That is no more. We have huge, beautiful receding areas. So we can really try to, or we can incorporate all different kinds of art.
So no annotations, although I could annotate that. So anyway, I apologize for not the high quality, but that gives indication of the size. So we'll actually have a double wall, basically. And it was very, I'm just going to say, it was very competitive to actually get that, basically. So anyway, I also want to acknowledge thanks for all the hard work, honestly, for being artists as part of our gallery, because it really means a lot to all of us. And the fact that we got in shows the strength of our visual, all the visual languages and thematic languages that we share together. So we just want to express our appreciation as well for all that you've done. And yes, Joan, I'll let you talk since you raised your hand.
Hi, everyone. I just want to say that I have seen some incredible artwork at the Manna Contemporary. I mean, they have had some really splendid shows. I don't get out there a lot, but the ones that I have seen have been really meaningful shows. I mean, not just all about commercial stuff, a few, I don't know, maybe, let's just say that. I'll end it there. And it's terrific that you got in and got us in. So that's all.
Doesn't
Yeah,
Manna
thanks.
also have a artist residency?
Yes, they do actually have an artist residency. That's reserved for artists that are based out of New Jersey.
New Jersey,
So,
okay.
and so far, I think I have to double check. I think we only have one artist who actually resides there, and that's Sean. But yeah, we're very excited. Manna Contemporary has a great history. That's where Tiger Strike's Asteroid just finished their retrospective. So it's incredibly rich, and we're very, very excited about the space. Yes, Madison.
Just want to say thanks to everyone for putting time and effort into this, and I'm just really excited.
Yeah, well, thanks very much. I'm also excited. The theme for our proposal is feminist praxis / feminist archive. Feel free to interpret that as you will. Actually, just as a side note, Bryce and I are actually taking a feminist art history course with Professor Sarah Hollenberg at University of Utah. So we should be prepared, I guess, to be able to answer questions on, obviously, some of our artists will be on site too. So we got to figure out, since we have a double wall, we're looking at logistics. Madison, I assume you're doing 3D for your proposal? I'm not sure. Okay, so we'll use the floor space, which is good. And then is anyone else actually doing, I think Alyssa's doing actually a small installation / video piece that doesn't take up much room, but is anyone else here actually, well, I already got some of the submissions, so I know, but anyone else who's also doing like 3D or time-based work that I know of? Nope. So everything is on the wall. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have a full like price list / inventory list, and I will share that as soon as I get the information for everyone. I'm also going to share a separate Google Doc, which is meant to be kept personal, as it has all the phone numbers of all the artists and addresses. I feel just make sure to keep that document private, respect the artists. I think, we're all human beings and much appreciated. But, Office Space is not a traditional commercial art gallery. It's a community. I see it as artists from all walks of life and, different backgrounds just coming together. So it really means a lot. And we're very excited to, I actually look at the exhibitors list. There's actually a feminist collective, which I found on Instagram, and they're actually following us, Maidens and Martyrs, which is a trio of female identifying artists. So we got quite a variety. We got some large gallery. There's a gallery from Texas, the Corsian. So they're actually a big gallery. I think they're a mid-level gallery. So it's a good mix of small galleries, individual artists, and then there's actually a few blue chip galleries. So they're going to be handling sales that are, well, I guess that would be defined as 6 figures for the work. So the prices are going to vary, but we're excited. What we're doing is not just simply, we do want to sell the work to help the artists out, but we also feel it's imperative to have a fairly strong thematic and conceptual, cohesive glue that holds together. And anyway, Bryce, is there anything you want to mention that I haven't covered yet that would be important?
I think you did a pretty good job, but as we get going further, I'm going to, I just kind of started a document, but when we get done, I'll share it probably. There's not anything on it right now, but I might start putting a few things on it, and it'll just be kind of like a task document. So as we get further into like what you guys are creating or certain pieces you want to bring and stuff, we can like put that on our list so everybody knows like things that they need to do and or things that we need from you guys or vice versa, things you need from us as it arises. So, because that seems to be really helpful when we do these, because I feel like sometimes we get into the meetings and we talk about some stuff and then we forget to talk about something. And then that's always just a good way. Like you can just pop onto the document because I'll check it a lot and just be like, oh, I forgot to do this, or, put a question or something. So we'll kind of have a shared document to run things like that through as well.
Yeah, thanks for doing that. Does anyone else wants to share anything?
I do.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So I would really be interested in what, even if you haven't formulated it on paper yet, your idea about feminist practice and feminist archive. Because, and also, do you, would you want our exhibition together as a group to have a certain kind of coherence, or are you looking for a lot of diversity? I'm just wondering what your initial thoughts are about that. And I know it could change and we have some time, and I think it's great that you've scheduled these Sunday evenings for us to talk about it all. But I can say that part of my practice earlier on in terms of feminism looked a particular way. And now the way I reconceive feminism, my practice looks very different from certain earlier works. And I kind of was interested in the idea of archive because I thought, wow, this will give me an opportunity to show both, or all four, or all five. But then it'll be a very distinct kind of concept of change in painting, change in concept, change in concept of feminisms. I don't know whether that will work for you all, but that is sort of exciting to me to think of pulling out some earlier things that were done in a more traditional way and contrasting them. And, my earlier feminist ideas were very different. Now I'm more into like Donna Haraway and staying with the trouble. I mean, that's sort of like the way my feminism feels right now, which is very non-binary and very, open to all kinds of collaborations. But I don't want to present you with some work that looks like it's made by 4 different people, but it will.
Yeah,
So-
actually, that's not a bad thing. Okay, Bryce, feel free to pipe in. So I know we're both carrying this, but I'm
really
actually
liking the archival because I don't think feminism's just one thing.
Yeah.
And it can't be one thing. And all of you guys are going to have a different perspective. You all have different life experiences. And so the archival idea is like something that speaks to me a lot because everything's going to tie together in like feminist ideals and just like the practice of and like the social nature of like feminism, but being able to present that and attack it from multiple ways has like a very powerful message, I feel like. And so I really like the archival kind of idea, and I think that showing change, showing evolution, having different mediums, having different things from, you know, poems or anything like that, if you write stuff and do that like Chelsea does, or collage work. And I mean, like, we're gonna have so many mediums, so many varieties of things to like present, that I think having an archival and say, you know, what is feminism? It can be all of these things. Like, it's just something that's super cool and super powerful. So I really like the archival personally, and I think it's cool. Um, and
Yeah,
then if
definitely.
we attack the archival kind of thing too, then we can I'll probably use some like anthropology kind of things as well, because archives are extremely important, and we can kind of approach it almost as a like critical scientific thing as well, which I think could be really unique.
Oh yeah, Madison.
Madison.
Oh, sorry.
Sure. No worries. Is there going to be like a writing or something that goes along with the show that will be, or is the message just gonna be like coming through like just the works, or what were you guys thinking?
This is tough. So I mean, I guess the double theme of, you know, coping with like feminist praxis and feminist archive. I think, well, Bryce is actually going to work on a double press release. So we have to do a quick press release for University of Utah, because I actually like won a travel grant for this, which is like the U is actually pretty excited about it. So, and then Ryan's actually applying for a separate grant.
Cool.
So there has to be a quick news press release for
That's
the
just gonna be
U.
like really basic kind of like
Well,
Yeah, and
informational.
then the second press release is actually more
But like,
critical.
we'll probably do some kind of like actual critical press release. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay, cool.
and the critical press release is actually.
Definitely-
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Sorry, good.
oh yeah.
You're gonna.
Yeah, really quickly, we're doing a price list inventory, and then Bryce's essay will be introduction. So I'm just going to color it, you know, do a color printing, and then give people, like, I'm going to print out a few copies, and then also provide a PDF for everyone. So sorry, Madison, to interrupt. You were saying something.
No, that's fine. I was just wondering if it is possible for all of us to have an opportunity to like edit the press release, or to
Oh yeah.
just
Oh,
kind of like,
yeah, this is democratic, where everyone will have
well, I
to
think
look
that
at
would,
it. In fact, I actually, to be honest,
Actually, for our booth,
yeah.
I just want to
our
make sure
booth
like,
too, if like you guys want to do writings about your sections too, you totally can.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
we would be
have,
very
like,
grateful.
an extra, we could have like a packet at the booth
Mhm.
of just extra informational things, which I think would be super cool. So if anybody wants to write like extra critical things or certain stuff, or just whatever you like feel like about feminism, or just anything, or the show, or being out like art fair,
And
that'd be super awesome too.
And it doesn't have to be a formal essay, honestly. I mean, you could write a poem. I mean, and we
Yeah.
could, that would, to be honest, it's about who you are, your self-expression. We also want to, I think it's a great opportunity. That's a smart idea, because we want to privilege, I don't know how to say that. But anyway, we want to remove the privilege, since we're, as curators, you know, who identify as cis male. It's fairly important that the voices of the female, you know, female identifying artists are manifest in this. So we want our document to go beyond what other galleries are going to do, because a lot of galleries, they're just going to put together something last minute and then sell it. But we are trying to show that Office Space is doing something beyond that, something conceptual, and something that's fairly imperative. I mean, we live in a nation where, you know, women's rights are in various places are, you know, returning. Actually, I wouldn't even say returning. It's actually in some ways gotten worse in many ways. I mean, just like, you know, the near repeal of abortion rights in Texas, and all these things, weigh on my mind in particular. So for me, it's important to have the artist speak, and you can write anything you want. You don't even have to write about your piece, honestly. You could just, and I think people will really appreciate at the fair when they peruse through this booklet, and they'll say, oh, it's really from the heart, it's really from the mind, and from wherever, place that you're coming from, So this is your fair. We're just here to actually we see ourselves as translators, like we're translating the text and we're trying to like produce an anthology. And that's what we're trying to achieve here. So your voices are going to mean the most, honestly. We're just here to put this together and have it logistically like come together. But also, I'm also hoping to host like some sort of dinner for the people that can make it there, so we can all eat together and spend time like in person. And obviously we want to take, COVID seriously too, but we feel it's important to have the ability, especially to empower, female identifying artists to empower themselves and to meet each other. I mean, and I'm grateful because Zoom is one way for us to meet together, but for us to be, for those who can make it, to meet face to face from different generations, from different socioeconomic status, from just different backgrounds and occupations, to actually say, hey, we're artists together and we can share these experiences together. I mean, one of my favorite pieces is a Woman House, which Bryce will eventually get that in Sarah's class. But we want to sort of, it's not an art piece, but it's performative. And we want that to be together, that if you can make it down, like we gather and empower, we empower ourselves. And, obviously I want to facilitate whatever you all want to do, within feasibility, obviously. But, we're here for you. So, if there's any concern, feel free to, tell us in this case.
Also,
Thanks, you guys.
how would
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
How would you guys feel about like if I got photos of you guys for the booth as well? Because I think that would be like awesome, so that people can like actually see like your faces and who created it. And I mean, you guys could even just send us like whatever kind of photo you want to. Like you could take a new photo, it could be an old photo, just whatever. But I think that'd be really fun, kind of to see everybody's faces and kind of like cool poses or just whatever you feel like doing,
Well, you
If
have our
that would be
headshots.
something. Yeah, we do have headshots
Yeah.
too, which we could use. So, but if you guys are okay with that, I think that'd be fun. Just because I know not all of you will be able to make it, or I'm not sure who will be there out of the group, and I think we still have more artists.
Oh,
that
yeah.
can't make it to this meeting. So, but I think it'd be nice to have everybody like there in spirit, in picture form, even if you can't physically do that.
That's a great idea. And I mean, Judy Chicago's famous dinner table as well comes to mind. So, but yeah, we're very super excited, and we're a gallery that I won't say it's been a perfect journey. Honestly, in Salt Lake, we've met some resistance. I mean, we've already offended 2 art dealers in Utah because we did video art and they thought it wasn't legitimate. So it's not easy, just so you know, dealing with the politics here in Utah. So thank you for just not compromising, just doing what you keep doing. We forge ahead, we're seeing ourselves very much like an independent small label, like a music label in that sense, because we don't have to conform. I mean, there's just going to be some people that are going to adjudicate otherwise, but I just love the fact that, we care about each other beyond just simply the domain of the commercial. And, we're living in a nation that is, just, I don't know, I think personally, the polarization is caused by many different things. But I think what we're trying to do here is great. And I think empowering female voices is something that has meant a lot to me, especially because I was very different when I was younger. So I had to really unlearn and unpack a lot of like my social background and the beliefs that I was inculcated ever since as a kid. You know, I grew up in a very conservative household. So for me, I'm still learning new stuff, even at this point in my life. It's not easy. You know, everyone comes at the convergence of multiple intersectionalities. And, you know, we just want to express our appreciation of just the fact that you're just doing what you're doing, and you're not just simply like catering to, you know, the tastes and preferences and expectations of what other people do. Because, you know, for me, I firmly believe that collectors, once they actually share emotionally and intellectually with what you're doing, they'll really want to have your work. And you know, we want those collectors to really care about what they are going to bring home, or even to a different environment. And there's going to be museums there. There are going to be museums there. And this is huge. I'm pretty nervous on my end. Bryce also is interested in going that route for curatorial studies. So Bryce, you're going to put your marshmallows to the fire here, you know?
Yep.
So I'm very excited. But honestly, if
That's
there's anything you're concerned about, or you just have any ideas, feel free to email me or text me. You know, I have my personal number that you can reach me by. You know, I might be in class, but we want to be very receptive to what you all want, you know? So, and
Any questions or concerns, I guess? Are we all feeling good? Feeling excited?
yeah, and everyone's here already provided their legal information, so that's good. I'm actually want to do that because we have to keep, you know, I hate to be like, I'm not a cat herder by nature, but it's pretty imperative that we want to make sure the work gets to New Jersey safely. And then obviously whether it'll go back to your studio or to the gallery's inventory so we can show it later. So we'll figure that all out, but you know, very
Thanks for
excited.
filling that out, everyone.
Yes, and I got
appreciate that.
the document done, and then I'm going to start, just so you know, the cutoff point will be the 16th, because that's a prerequisite for legal purposes. I know that sounds like a lot of work, but I'm glad that some of the artists have declined, saying they were either too busy or they just had other engagements. So we're narrowing it to the people that feel strongly about having their work here, and we're very excited. This is going to be a great anthology, and I think it's especially during our time. I apologize, the sun's cutting through my hair, or my lack of hair. So this is a great overview, because I feel like those voices, all your voices mean so much, and they're from different backgrounds and perspectives. And during these few days of the fair, we plan to rotate the art. It's going to, if they want to buy the art, we have it, it'll be stored in the back, but we're going to keep it minimalist. So Madison and Alyssa couldn't make it because her apartment is flooded due to Hurricane Ida, so she's dealing with that. But those are basically everyone, I believe, is either photographic, works on paper, textile. And Bryce, also we should include the one piece by the collective, just so you know, because the collective actually also includes women identifying, female identifying artists as well as part of the collective. So I am actually going to pack one of the Office Space Collective works in my luggage to bring. But apart from that, yeah, we just want to make sure we're going to rotate the works. If they're bought, I'll have to double check. I think they can take it home with them, and then we'll just mark it off as being sold. We just want to keep it simple. I also went through the extensive Square application, so we can take credit cards officially as a gallery. So that's huge. We'll also be charging, the appropriate taxes and everything. So you guys don't have to worry about that. All the prices, just so you know, that you provided, it's a 50-50 basically. Just to keep it simple. So yeah, feel free, so we'll just do it, make it easy, and then I'll update. We're gonna have a very nice inventory, like PDF. They'll have all the information, artist, title, dimensions, the usual stuff that is on the website. The only difference is the price will actually be listed. And I do not plan, just so you know, this will not be published officially, because usually in the art world, pricing is somewhat of very subjective. But this price list will be available to y'all. And then I also will have physical copies. Bryce will have a copy, I will have a copy, and Ryan will have a copy. And then I can always print the PDF at the hotel too, if someone wants a copy. So that way you can, look at it, and also to keep it for your professional reference. I mean, this is huge for y'all. It will help, for your resumes and stuff like that. So if there are any questions, I can help you with that. But anyways, any other questions? Or sorry,
Chelsea
Bryce?
has a question as
Oh
well.
yeah, go ahead, Chelsea.
So if the work is purchased, does the buyer just get it that day, or is the work still
That I
ready?
don't know. I think they will get it that day, unless it's like off-site, and then we'll have to figure that out. Like we'll arrange for shipping, and then typically in art fairs, the collector will purchase it, and sometimes the transaction's not concluded. The only difference is if the work is bought after the show, shipping will have to be included, because obviously we just can't bring everything, but
Yeah, I think it's gonna end up being kind of case by case, probably.
Yeah.
Because, if we have local people or whatever that come in and they want something, they'll probably just take it that day.
Yes.
Just take it right with them. But if it needs to be shipped, then we'll have
Yeah.
to work out logistics with the clients on that.
Yes, and we're talking about so we did a little test fair in Salt Lake to get some experience, but this is going to be very different. There are collectors that are flying in, and we might actually anticipate, yes, actually, I think it may be October 7th, Joan. And I know that's kind of weird, but actually October 7th is my birthday. So I made it easier to remember. I have a terrible mind with dates, and so definitely, yes, we want to make sure, because we need enough time to actually, I will actually put together the inventory list, and it will be a PDF, and then Bryce will actually work on the essay parts. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Becca's got a question too.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Becca.
Yeah, I was just curious about how many people officially are going to be involved with our booth at the fair, and artists.
Okay, so we definitely have us two, because Bryce and I are going to be there in person, but I think you're down in Tampa during that time. And then Ryan's actually trying to get a grant, and he already cleared his permission from his professors, so there'll be 3 people there. And then
3 of us working, and then we, artist wise though, we have 6 of us here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artists, but who's all confirmed?
Yeah, let me look. Timeline for writing pieces, probably we're gonna keep it the same, I guess. I don't know. Let me double check. 1 moment.
I was just curious if you don't have the information on hand, that's also.
Actually, we do. 1 moment. Sorry. Let me bring up the secret document. Are you ready? This is like top. I wouldn't say it's like top secret, but this is what I've been working on while doing my homework. So here we go. This is it. This is the document I've been working on. Sorry, Bryce. I should have probably gotten some of your feedback, but this is, so we're going to have a miniature image, and then I'm actually doing a full booklet that's letter size that actually will have the big version. I'm doing this twice because this has the private information. And obviously, I don't want to show that to collectors, short of, unless you have to arrange for shipping. But we'll make sure it takes strong notes. So these are why I've included all the personal information. This just makes it easier for communication. Obviously, to know the status of whether the person is there or not. Some people are actually potentially driving, like Michelle might be driving from Washington, D.C. all the way to like New Jersey, New York. So, you know, this is it. And obviously, yeah, I've kept this. I'm going to share this document again with everyone, partially for two reasons. One, it's legal, obviously, because then you know everything's done. But I want to make sure this whole process is transparent and it's fair and equitable. That's always something I think about first. And number two, it's time to like actually meet as a gallery and be friends with each other. Like learn about each other. Take the time to really learn about each other's practice, to actually, you know, share as female identifying artists and empower each other. You know, you come from so many different experiences. Like you can really learn, you know, like for example, like, you know, Jenny has quite an interesting background, you know, in Russia and Israel, you know, and, you know, Madison, you know, being a drummer, those things mean something, you know, I mean, and it's something, those touches are really something that's really cool, you know, under the story behind those pieces. People are going to look at those stories, but we as the artists have the ability to really just be together. And, you know, that's something that, you know, the collectors can only really get a fraction of when they get the piece. So this is a great opportunity to really just, hey, we're all in the same boat here. So we get to, you know, help each other and really get to learn about each other. And I'm glad that this Zoom is a first start. And I envision that. And yeah, and then obviously I'll be like spending time with Becca's lovely keychains. So, oh, by the way, I think
Madison has one too, right?
Yeah. By the way, I'm always
Thank
paranoid.
you.
I'm paranoid your keychains aren't rainproof.
They're
So
not rainproof. Yeah.
I'm actually going to build a special, like I'm thinking about building like a plastic thing for like snowproofing, because
Oh,
Utah
that's great.
Utah, I want to protect it. So I'm
Yeah.
I think
Unfortunately, I haven't found a way to make textiles, all my textile works waterproof.
I learned that
figure that out.
because it was raining really badly in Salt Lake, and then snowproofing is important because yeah, it's going to be nuts. But also the final thing, well, I think we're nearing our time here, but I also want to express, I want to say, we want to thank everyone here for a diversity of visual language. We're going to have more media than I think anyone else. Video work, sculptural installation, photography, painting, works on paper, both conceptual and more traditional. So, I mean, and traditional is obviously always in quotes because, you know, the feminist praxis is always about reflecting and refracting those. So, and so, yeah, well, thanks. And then, yeah, if there's anything, if you got, any of you are coming down, we're gonna probably have some sort of like dinner or meal with you. Just hang out and spend time. Because honestly, I'm from Brooklyn originally, and I don't get to really spend time. I haven't been in New York since 2010. So, and yeah, it's been a long time. So, yes, Joan. Yes, go ahead.
I'll reintroduce you, Albert, to Brooklyn. I do want to, the concept of rotating the work is new to me tonight. I don't know if I've heard that before. And I just want to say that if on my website, the most recent 4 or 5 pieces are kind of installation pieces. That is, they go off the painting onto the wall. And if you would like me to show some of them, or I would for sure, because they're my most recent pieces, it would be kind of hard to rotate them in and out. So is that something we can talk about next time?
Yeah, we probably will have to address that because we can't rotate everybody's work, obviously. But we want to be also democratic too, because we don't have a large booth. We're not Walter Weizsäcker, that is a blue chip level gallery that can afford like 1,000 square foot booth. We're just not.
We're 2 8x10 walls, right?
Yeah. So we're dealing with a pretty small. Yes, okay, we'll actually, okay,
Okay.
Becca
that's
will talk
helpful.
about that separately,
That's
but yes.
helpful. That it helps me.
Yeah, definitely. So if you have
the-
any installation work that's very super difficult for install, we probably will only rotate the pieces which are much easier, like paintings, works on paper. And we'll have to see what, because you are actually going to probably be there for both install and the deinstall. So it'll be easier just to work together in spec. So
but we have as a group 2 8x10 walls, you said, is that? do they-
yeah, I think
Yeah,
they're
so
10 feet
8
high.
foot wide, 10 feet tall. So they're not tiny, but
Yeah,
um,
gotcha.
we just don't want to salon style it probably, because then it would
course.
be
Yeah, I
really
understand.
crowded. I would
Yeah.
rather have everybody's stuff all up, but I might be a bit busy.
Yeah.
But then it'll
Yeah.
depend on sizes too.
That's
If
all
everybody's
fine.
things
It's a
are
bit of
kind
a
of small,
corrective
it
to
might
what-
also be different, you know?
Yeah, the impression I
So-
originally got from the size of the space and everything, when you said everybody can have 10 paintings, I thought we were gonna have like a whole huge wall.
Yeah,
all these people, and it was gonna be enormous, humongous. So I'm just glad to have it corrected. I'll go
Yeah,
along
no,
with
yeah.
anything and make anything work, but it's good to know what the
Yeah,
situation.
it's a moving target at this rate.
Well, and
for
we'd
sure.
still like a decent amount of work though.
Sure, I understand.
regardless, Because
Because you can rotate.
if we
Yeah.
all of a sudden we can rotate, and if all of a sudden we
Yeah.
start selling a bunch of things,
Mhm.
then if we don't have anything in backup to hang up, then we'll be like done
Mm-hmm.
and gone, first 2 days, or who knows, just depending. We don't know.
Yeah, and also
it's going
we're
to
coming
be,
with the
so-
expectation that these works are probably just gonna, be off the wall. It's anticipated this is gonna be a huge crowd. I also don't function too well with crowds with my social anxiety, but yeah, it's just
I got it, though.
a lot going on. Also, as a side note, I should probably mention, we are also looking for a new gallery director, and also we're trying to keep. I'm also, because I'm one of the co-founders of the gallery. We're trying to actually maintain like BIPOC status, so we're not like going for just a random gallery director. So I'm working behind the scenes. There may be a potential expansion. We're looking to either LA or New York for a second space, hopefully at some point. This is like very long-term future, so nothing set in stone, especially because I will be, in 2 years I'll be going for my MFA. So I definitely want a gallery director who shares the same vision and progressive / radical support for the vision to support the artists and stuff. So but yeah, does anyone have anything else? And Becca will stay on the Zoom call after this as well, just so you know. But
I don't think I'm
All right.
okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, Madison,
Thanks,
hopefully
everyone.
everything's going well. How are your classes, by the way? I should ask.
I only have one class so far. So
Oh, nice.
yeah. So
The campus
so far
is
very
great, I wish I could visit Haas Library, but oh well. But
nice meeting you all.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
great seeing y'all.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you back here again next Sunday, as long as you can make it, of course. So, all right, bye.
Oh yeah, Bryce, we'll stay on
Yeah, we'll
to
stay
talk
on
to
for
Becca,
yeah.
but everyone else can go. Yeah, thanks
Thank you all.
everyone.
Thank you guys so
Bye.
much.
Thank you so much. It's so nice
Appreciate
to
it, and
It's
everyone
good
be
seeing you all.
safe. Okay, I'm going to stop recording just so you know. We have some artists that need to watch this. 1 moment. Okay.
Thanks for staying on for a few extra minutes with me. I
Yeah,
figured it was
1
just
moment.